Buddhasa. Welcome everyone to our lecture series on learning and practice of Visuddhi Magga. We are learning Samadhi Khanda for past year and so. Today is lecture number 55 and Bhante has been teaching us Kāyagatāsatikathā for past few weeks. That is a recollection of 32 parts of the body. Our teacher, Venerable Vimala Vamsa, is originally from Sri Lanka. He's a Pali scholar, Abhidhamma teacher, Samatha and Vipassana meditation teacher. With his absolute compassion, Bhante has been guiding us on various subjects, both in theory as well as practical aspects of the meditation. Many students are practicing under Bhante's guidance. So I urge those participants who have not taken Kammatthana yet from Bhante, please take this opportunity, very rare opportunity to learn, practice as per Buddha's guidance. With my folded hands, on behalf of all the participants, I request Bhante, having compassion on us, give us this Dhammadesana.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. May Triple Gem bless you all. You know, this is Visuddhi Magga, wherein Kāyagatāsati, or mindfulness occupied in the 32 parts of the body. And you can produce up to the first jhana by using this each part. And if you do not want to practice another kind of meditation up to the jhana meditation subjects, taking jhana meditation subject, then you can directly practice after using this concentration, first jhana concentration, 4 element meditation, and then you analyze your rupa skandha or rupa kanda, or what is called the materiality aggregate, and then materiality meditation, and then mentality meditation, so on. You can go for it. If you want to practice another kind of jhana meditation subject also, then you can practice kind of jhana also. And this is the way. And how you want to practice this meditation, we are discussing. And last day we finished this thing. We discussed what are the 32 parts. And the other thing, how to practice and attain the first jhana. You want to develop 2 skills. The first skills is sevenfold skills in learning, what is called Uggaha Kosala. Sattada Uggaha Kosala. The other one is Dasada Manasikara Kosala. Dasada Manasikara Kosala means that is the skills in the giving attention to the 32 parts of the body. Skills, tenfold skills in giving attention to the 32 parts of the body. So I will remind you again what are the sevenfold skills in learning. So for example, in Pali, Vachasa Manasa Vannato Santanato Disato Okasato Parichedato. What is in English we can say as to verbal recitation, as to mental recitation, as to color, as to shape, as to direction, as to location, as to delimitation. So we finish those things and we come across to the 10 kinds of tenfold skills in giving attention. Manasikara Kosala. What is the Manasikara Kosala? That is the Anupubbato, according to the order given by the Blessed One, like Kesa, Loma, Nakadanta, Tacho, that means head hair, body hair, nail, teeth, and skin, like this is the order. You don't need to miss this order. And then Nati sigato. That means not too quickly. You must go in the middle way, and not too slowly. Nati sanikato. The other one is vikepa patibahanato. That means warding off the distraction. You need to avoid distraction and maintain your mindfulness and what called concentration and go for it like that. And other one is pannatti samatikkamanato, going beyond the concept. And anupubba munchanato. Anupubba munchanato means successive leaving of some parts. If you are not very clear for some parts, so then you can leave it. Or discarding what is unclear. And the other one is appanato, as to absorption concentration. So you want to know that this every 32 parts goes, you can develop up to the first jhana. And other three thing according to the three suttas. Three suttas mean Adi Chitta Sutta. Adi Chitta Sutta mean actually your samatha and vipassana mind, what's called Adi Chitta Sutta, higher consciousness. And that sutta and Anuttara Siti Bhava Sutta, that means the Anuttara Siti Bhava means the Nibbana, or the coolness, incomparable coolness sutta. That sutta, and the other one is the Bojjanga Kosala. Bojjanga Kosala, we discussed those Bojjanga Kosala in the Mahasatipatthana Sutta, what's called Ahara Sutta. Ahara Sutta, in the Ahara Sutta, Buddha mentioned like if the, for example, yesterday also we discussed about the Samadhi Sambojjanga. Bojjanga Kosala means the skills in the balancing of the seven kind of enlightenment factors. So in yesterday we discussed in according to the Ahara Sutta, Buddha mentioned Bhikkave Ati Bhikkave Samata Nimittang Abhyagga Nimittang Tatta Ayoniso Manasikara sorry Tatta Yoniso Manasikara Bahulikaro Ayamaharo Anuppannasava Samadhi Sambojjangas Upadaya Uppannasava Samadhi Sambojjanga Biyo Bhavaya Vepulaya. What it means? So you have two kinds of signs in concentration. What is the signs? Those are in the Mahasatipatthana Sutta, Dr. Chital, no need to go. And Samatha Nimitta, sign of concern, sign of tranquility. And the other one is sign of Abhyagga Nimitta. Abhyagga means non-distraction. So sign of non-distraction. So if you maintain your continuous or frequent wise attention on that, there arises this unarisen concentration enlightenment factor, as well as if the enlightenment factor is already arisen, so it get perfected and developed. So like that, likewise Bojjanga Kosala mean balancing your Bojjangas. So those three suttas, according to those three suttas also, you must develop your Ugga Kosala, Manasikara Kosala, giving attention, skills in giving attention. So in the case of skills in giving attention, we are in now sixth position. Anupubba Munchanato. Anupubba means successive. Munchanato means leaving out. So or discarding whatever parts you are likely to unclear. So that's the way. And in this Anupubba Munchanato, we came across kind of examples also. The example about the monkey with the 32 kinds of palmyra tree in some groove. Another example also has been given here. Aparapi upama. Aparapi upama. Yatha nama pinda patiko bhikkhu dattinsa kulang gamang upanisaya vasanto patama gehe yeva dvebikha labitva parato ekam vissajaya. What is the meaning? Now again, Anupubba Munchanato, that means discard whatever unclear to your mind and get the clear one For example, if you are clear about the out of the 32 parts of the body, if you are clear about the skeleton system, and you go with the skeleton system. Somebody's bone marrow is very clear, and then go with the bone marrow. And somebody head hair is more prominent than the other all 32 parts of the body, and then likewise, for somebody all parts are prominent. For somebody, not all parts, maybe 1 to 2 parts, no problem. Another example, so another simile, Yathanama Pindapatiko Bhikkhu Dvattinsa Kulang Gamang Upanisaya Vasanto Patame Gehe Yeva Dve Bhikkha Labhita Parato Ekam Visayeya. And now, suppose a monk lives with alms food, only with alms food, from house to house. That is what is called Pindapatika. If the monk goes to house every day, and he doesn't have any kind of giving alms food to the monastery, so that is the Pindapatika Bhikkhu or Pindapatika monk. That is what is called Yathanama Pindapatiko Bhikkhu. So kind of Pindapatika monk, he lives with the alms food only, with from going house to house, and he went to live near village of 32 families. Kulang, Dattinsa Kulang mean 32 families. And Gamang Upanisaya Vasando, now while going Pindapata, Patama Gehe Yeva Dve Bhikkha Labhitva Parato Ekam Visajaya. Now when he got 2 parcel of alms food at the first house, and he doesn't go one house beyond it. That's the meaning. If he got 2 parcel or two portion, the 2 portion, that is, those are enough for 2 persons. That's the meaning. So therefore he doesn't go beyond it. If it get from the first house, then he doesn't go beyond it. In the next day, what happened? Punadivase, in the next day, Tisso labhitva parato dve visajaya. Now in the second day, when he got 3, the food which is good enough for 3 person, right? That is the meaning. So, and then he doesn't go, he doesn't visit 2 houses beyond it. So likewise, if he got 3, what happened? Then Tatya Devase, in the third day, Adim Hieva, that means at the first house, Patta Puran Labhitva Asanasala Gantva Paribunjaya. And on the third day, he received his ball full at the first house and went to this, and because now he don't need to go from house to house, so then he went to the sitting hall. Sitting hall means, in the previous ancient time, we have sitting halls. Sitting halls mean we can go to the sitting halls in the village, and then we can eat, we can take our food. So like that. So in the third day, he received his ball full with the food at the first house, and he went. He then went to the sitting hall and ate it, or take his food. Evam sampada midang dattabang. So it is with this. Now they're gonna explain with the comparison. Now dvattinsa kula gamang via dvattinsa karo. Now like the 32 parts of the body are like the village with 32 families. Pindapatiko via go yoga vacharo. Now the bhikkhu who is going from home to home or house to house, That is the Pindapatika. Pindapatika bhikkhu is like the meditator. Tassa tang gamang upanisaya vaso viya yogino datinsa parikamma karanam. Now meditator is like a bhikkhu who lives only with Pindapata. Now the meditator's preliminary work of this meditation is like the Pindapatika monks going to live near village. So that is the preliminary work. Patama gehe dvebika labitva parato ekissa vissajanaං viya Dutiya divase tissa labitva parato dvinnaං vissajanaං viya cha manasikaroto manasakaroto anupatta hante vissajitva upattitesu yava kottasa dvaye parikamma karanam. And now, according to this, the meditators now continuing to give attention after leaving out those parts that are not obviously seen and doing his preliminary work on the parts of pair of parts. In the pair of parts, for example, let's say like he is he can see head, hair, and bone. Two parts only. No other any kind of parts is obvious to him. That is that when he do the meditation to get more prominent parts, two parts, then that is what is the preliminary work. So then now two parts, only two parts he is having, and he does the preliminary work. And he doesn't need to go to the other, all 32 parts, other kind of 30 parts, he doesn't need to go. So in the same way, this meditators continuing to giving attention after leaving out those parts that are not obviously seen to him and doing his preliminary work on the pair of parts, actually that do appear is like that is very obvious. That do appear is like the monk with alms food who got two parcel of the alms at the first house, and he leaves out the one house beyond it. And if he got two parcel, then he leaves out one house beyond it. Parato, that is the parato visajana. One house, he leaves one house beyond it, and what happened then? They explain in this way. Tatiya divase adimhi eva pattapuran labitva asanasalayan nisidissa paribhogo viya dvisu yo suttutaram upathati tameva punapuna manasikaritva appanaya upadana. Now in the third day, next day, third day, getting three parcels or three, that means he got enough foods for kind of three persons. And at the first house, and leaving out two house beyond it. And then the arousing of jhana concentration by giving attention repeatedly to that which has appeared the more clearly of the two is like the monk who goes from house to house for alms food, getting his ball full of at the first house and third day, and on the third day, and then going to sitting hole and eating. That is like a arousing of jhana concentration. That is like to arising of the jhana concentration. For example, now if you are very clear about some parts or a pair of parts, then you don't need to. If you try to do another parts and then no, even though it is not try to do to very clear to your mind, but if you produce apana concentration or the jhana concentration out of that, that's good. And then if you develop apana concentration, and if you want to discern another kind of parts, rest of parts, according to your ability as well as your wishes, and then you can. But for example, if you do another part to preliminary work to clear another kind of parts also, and then if you fail, don't worry, you can go with the develop apana concentration or the jhana concentration or the absorption concentration. So that's the way Buddha told to the people, this is the way how to attain jhana. So according to this example also, you can understand, that means you understand in this way. You have 32 parts of the body, and you in order given by the Buddha, you just recite and you just want to practice. You just want to practice, me you want to visualize them. But if you go with the order, but parts are not clear to you, many times not clear to you, sometimes one to two parts are obvious or evident for your mind, and then take those two parts. Even this says, out of those two parts, take the more clear one, and then produce appana or the jhana concentration by contemplating disgusting or repulsive like thing, contemplating while seeing the part, and then you can attain to the first jhana. So this is the way. And now seventh one is the appanato. Now finish what is called anupubba munchanato, or the discarding whatever the unclear. Now finish, and we can say that is a successive leaving out of some parts. Now finish, and now we came to appanato. Appanato ti appana kottasato kesadisu eke kasmin kottase appana hoti ti veditabbani ayame vetta adipayo. Appanatoti, what is the meaning? Appanatoti, appana kottasato, kesadisu eke kottase appana hoti iti veditapa. The intention, appanato mean as to absorption, jhana concentration. So the intention is this. It should be understood that the jhana concentration is brought about in each one of the body parts. So this is the intention. Each one of the body parts you can develop up to the first jhana. That is the intention. And then you have three kinds of suttas. Three kinds of sutta. Tayocha suttantani ti suttantani. You These are the suttas, three kinds of suttas. Tayocha suttantani ti adicittam siti bahavo bojjanga kosalanti ime tayo suttanta virya samadhi yojanatang veditabbani tabati aimetta adipayo. Why you want to practice according to these three kinds of suttas? Because all these three suttas have as their purpose the linking and balance of energy or the effort with the concentration. So I always told to you, please balance your concentration with the virya or virya samadhi samatha, or we can say energy and concentration, balancing the energy and concentration. And sometimes you need to, not every time, you need to balance your saddha with the panya. That means faith with the wisdom. And you want to balance your concentration with the panya, or the concentration with the wisdom. So actually here it mentioned Viriya Samadhi Yojanatang, but these suttas, especially to the Virya Samadhi Yojanatang, that means to balance the concentration and the energy. Okay, let's see kind of suttas. The Adichitta Sutta. Adichitta Sutta actually higher consciousness we can say, but that is for samatha and vipassana meditation. Adichitta Sutta. The other one is Siti Bhava Sutta. Siti Bhava Sutta means Siti mean the coolness. So Siti mean the cool, Bhava mean the coolness. Siti Bhava, the coolness Sutta, that means the Nibbana, because Nibbana is cool. And the other one is Bojjanga Kosala, that means Ahara Sutta. I mentioned before also. The skills in the enlightenment factors. So now, what in the case of this Adichitta Sutta. Adichitta Sutta, actually it is in the Anguttara Nikaya Tika Nipata. Adichitta Sutta, it is in the Anguttara Nikaya Tika Nipata, but it has been given the suttas, but we don't need to go to the sutta. And in the Tika Nipata means third book, Anguttara Nikaya third book, you have Adichitta Sutta, right? Adichitta Sutta. In this Adichitta Sutta, what Buddha says, Tatha, in this Adichitta Sutta, Adichitta Manuyuttena Bhikkave Bhikkhuna Tini Nimittani Kalena Kalang Manasika Tabbani. Kalena Kalang Samadhi Nimittang Manasika Tabbang, Kalena Kalang Paggaha Nimittang Manasika Tabbang, Kalena Kalang Upekha Nimittang Manasika Tabbang. What is the meaning? The Buddha status this Adishita Sutta for the Samatha and Vipassana mind, I told. Bhikkhu, Bhikkhus, Adhichittan Anuyuttena Bhikkhuna. That is the way you need to take. That means meditator should give attention for sign of three signs. There are three signs, right? There are three signs. Tini nimittani kalena kalang manasika tabbani. Because there are three signs on that monk who practice samatha and vipassana should give attention from time to time. That is the meaning. Should give attention time to time. Kalena kalang means from time to time. Tini nimittani manasika tabbani. He should give attention for three kind of signs. So what are the signs? Kalena kalang samadhi nimittang manasika tabbang, kalena kalang paggaha nimittang manasika tabbang, kalena kalang upekha nimittang manasika tabbang. Those are the kind of nimitta or the sign. First one is samadhi nimitta, other one is paggaha nimitta, other one is upekha nimitta. What is the meaning? Meditators should give attention for sign of concentration from time to time. That is the Kalina Kalan Samatha Nimittang Manasikatabang. And then meditation should give attention for sign of exertion. Paggaha means the exertion. Sign of exertion from time to time. And meditators should give attention for sign of equanimity from time to time. So those are the three kinds of nimitta. And then you need to maintain your mind, samatha and vipassana mind. Here, samatha and vipassana mind. Not only one nimitta. For example, if you go for only samadhi nimitta, then your meditation drop down. That's the meaning. If you go with the only pagga nimitta, that means you take excessive virya or excessive exertion, but your meditation drop down. And if you are every time equanimous and not making effort to maintain the samadhi nimitta and all the concentration sign and the exertion sign, then your meditation drop down. So Buddha mentioned how you want to, why it has happened, and how you want to deal with that excessive one. So Buddha mentioned in this way. Sache bhikkhave adichitta manuyutto bhikkhu ekantang samadhi nimittancha samadhi nimittannyeva manasikaraya dhanantam chittam kosajjaya samvatteya. Buddha mentioned sache mean if a bhikkhu adichitta manuyutto bhikkhu mean the bhikkhu devoted to practice higher consciousness. That means what is this higher consciousness? Your samatha meditation up to the jhana concentration and the vipassana meditation up to the higher attainment of vipassana. For example, at least sankarupeka and then maggapada. So therefore, samatha and vipassana, then if a bhikkhu devoted to practice higher consciousness, that means samatha and vipassana mindset, gives attention only to ekattam. Ekattam means giving, if he gives attention only to sign of concentration, um, samadhi nimittan neva, only to sign of concentration, then his meditation mind kosajjaya samvatteya, tanchittam kosajjaya samvatteya. Then his meditation mind may conduce to idleness or sluggishness. That means the higher concentration, has a tendency to cause idleness or the sluggishness of your mind. That's the meaning. If you have higher concentration only, you are not forgetting about the exertion, sign of exertion, and the equanimity, sign of equanimity. Then actually, what happened? Your mind become very sluggish, very idle. So that's the meaning. Therefore, you don't need to pay attention only to the concentration, sign of concentration, but you want to give attention to those other rest of two kinds of nimitta also. And again, the Buddha said, Sache bhikkhave adichitta manuyutto bhikkhu ekantang, ekantang means only to, upekka nimittan, sorry. Sache bhikkhave adichitta manuyutto bhikkhu ekantang paggaha nimittanyeva manasi karaya dhanantam chittam uddhacchaya samvatteya. Now, if a bhikkhu is devoted to practice samatha and vipassana meditation, that means higher consciousness, gives attention only to sign of exertion and forgetting about the other two kinds of signs, then his mind may conduce to agitation or the excitation. His mind become excited. His mind become panic. So that's the meaning. Uddhachaya samvatteya. And what happened if the bhikkhu? So because why this excessive exertion has a tendency to cause restlessness of the mind. So we discussed those things before also. And such a bhikkhave adichitta manuyutto bhikkhu ekantang upekka nimittanyeva manasikaraya tahanantam chittam na samma samadhiyaya asavanam kayaya. Now, because Buddha mentioned, the Blessed One mentioned in this way, if a bhikkhu is devoted to practice samatha and vipassana meditation, uh, samatha and vipassana meditation, and gives attention only to the sign of equanimity, then his mind may not become rightly concentrated for the destruction of taints, asava, destruction of the taints. His mindset is not set up. So why? Because he pay only attention to the sign of equanimity only. So therefore, chittang na samma samadhiyaya asavanam kayaya. Because you have good concentration, right concentration, balanced concentration for the destruction of your taints, asava, or cankers. Cankers also asava, taints also asava. Asava mean whatever the defilement which has fermented for a long time. So that is what is called cankers, taints. Then the next sentence, Yathocha ko bhikkhave adichitta manuyutto bhikkhu kalena kalan samadhi nimittam paggaha nimittam upekka nimittam manasi karoti tang hoti chittang muduncha kammancha pabasarancha nacha pabhango samma samadhiyati asavanam kayaya. But because when a monk is devoted to practice samatha and vipassana meditation, that means higher consciousness, and gives attention from time to time to the sign of concentration, to the sign of exertion, to the sign of equanimity, then his mind become malleable. Malleable mean that then his mind become muduncha, kammancha, wieldy, and illuminous, pabasarancha, illuminous, bright. Because again, Buddha said, nacha pabangu. Pabangu mean brittle, but it is not brittle now. Nacha pabangu. Samma samadhiyati asavanam kayaya. And that his mind become perfectly concentrated to destroy the taints or the cankers, asava. Now, so therefore, and then Buddha still continue his Dhamma talk in this way. Sayatapi bhikkhave, now giving some simile. Sayatapi bhikkhave swarnakarova karante vasiva ukkang banditva ukkamikang alim peti ukkamukang alim petta sandasena jatarupang gahetva ukkamuke pakkipitva kalena kalang abhidhamati kalena kalang udakena pariposati kalena kalang achupekkati. Now giving example, Sayatapi bhikkhu, just as Sayatapi means just as a skilled goldsmith. You know, goldsmith mean whoever the person who make the gold jewelry from the gold or some another kind of precious thing from the goldsmith. So just as a skilled swarnakaro means goldsmith. So skilled goldsmith or his apprentice or his assistant prepares his furnace and heat it up and put crude gold into the or raw gold into it with tongues, and he blows abhidhamati. He blows on it from time to time, and he sprinkles water on it from time to time, and look on at it from time to time. And then what happened? He did incorrect in very perfect way. Sache bhikkhave swannakaro va swannakara ante vasiva tan jatarupang ekantang abhidhamaya. But when the goldsmith or his apprentice blows on the crude gold from time to time, only blow on the crude gold and only blows, right? Only blows. Abhidhamaya. Abhidhamaya tanantang jatarupan daheya. If you only blowing, doing he does the keeping, he keep doing the blowing. So no need to do the sprinkle of water and then look at on it. He doesn't do. Then what happened? It would burn out. Then the gold burned out. So and if he burned out, sache bhikkhave swannakara ante vasiva tan chaturupang ekantang udakena paripuseya tang tanantang chaturupang nibbayeya. Now, if he sprinkles only water on it, and it would cool down, then it has not melt on. So therefore, it would cool down. And then if he, another one, Sache bhikkave swarnakarova swarnakara ante vasiva tang chaturupang ekantang achupekkeya tanantan chaturupan na samma paripakang gaccheya. Now what happened? If he only look on at it, then it would not get rightly samma paripakan, not get rightly refined. No, because you need to refine gold to make jewelry. So therefore, it has not happened here. Again, I will tell, right? Again, I will tell before go to that thing, like a bhikkhu. Buddha said, bhikkhu, just as a skilled goldsmith or his assistant prepares his furnace and he heat it up and put crude gold on it with the tongs, and he blows on it from time to time, and he sprinkles water from time to time, and he looks on at it time to time. But if the goldsmith or his what called the assistant or the apprentice only blows on the crude gold, it would burn down. And if he sprinkles only, what happened? Cool down, and he only look at on it, and then not get rightly refined. But what happened if he does three kind of thing? And yatochako bhikkave swannakaro va swannakara nte vasi va tan chatarupang kalena kalang abhidamati kalena kalang udakena pariposeti kalena kalang ajupekkati tang hoti jatarupang muduncha kammancha pabasarancha nacha pabangu samma upeti kammaya. Now, but when goldsmith or his assistant blows on the crude gold from time to time, sprinkled water on it time to time, from time to time, look on at it time to time, from time to time, then that gold become malleable, wieldy, and bright, and it is not get brittle, and it submits actually rightly to being worked. Therefore, Buddha says, yassacha pilandana vikatya akankati yadi patikaya yadi kundalaya yadi giveyaya yadi swannamalaya tanchassa attang anubhoti. And whatever kind of ornaments he wants to work it on, he whatever kind of like jewelry he want to work it into, then whatever, whether it is a chain, right? Chain like patikaya, yadi kundalaya, the rings, or giveyaya. Giveyaya mean that is a necklace, and swarnamalaya, gold fillet, and tanchasa attang anubhoti, and it serves his purpose because he did the correct way, and he, because of that reason, it get refined, very refined, and then he can do whatever he wants. Now, Buddha said, Evameva ko bhikkhave, along the same line, bhikkhave, adichitta manuyuttena bhikkhuna, like everything has been now shortened, samadhi, samma samadhyati asavanang khayaya. Now, if the monk does all three kinds of while practicing samatha and vipassana meditation, if he pay attention to the all three kinds of nimitta, samadhi nimitta, pagga nimitta, as well as the upekha nimitta, or we can say sign of concentration, sign of exertion, sign of equanimity, then Samma samadhyati asavanam kaya. Then the mind is set up to destroy the cankers or the stains. So that's the meaning. So you also want to practice in this way, in this meditation, not in only this meditation. Every kind of meditation you need to pay attention according to the Adhichitta Sutta. Adhichitta mean your samatha and vipassana meditation mind. And again, Buddha says, Yassa yassa cha abhinya sachi karaniyasa dhammasa chittang abhininnameti abhinya sachi kiriyaya. Tatra tatreva sakti babbatam papunati sati sati ayatani. That means, Buddha says, he attains the ability to be a witness. Sakti babbatam mean Sakhi mean the witness. So he attains the ability to be a witness through a realization by direct knowledge. That abhinya mean now not the 5-6 kind of abhinya or the supramundane. No. It is the supernormal power. This is the abhinya sachikaraniya mean. There to attain magga and pala, especially arhat path knowledge. Right? By direct knowledge, that means he attains the ability to be a witness through the realization by direct knowledge of any state realized by direct knowledge. To that he inclines his mind whenever there is occasion. Sati sati ayatan means whenever there is occasion. That means when the condition is fulfilled, or when the condition set up, then he can destroy his all defilement and attain to the nibbana. That's the meaning. If you make clean your adhichitta or the samatha and vipassana mind, idan suttan adhichittanti veditabang. So this is the adhichitta sutta, samatha vipassana sutta. And again, Buddha mentioned Siti Bhava Sutta also. We don't need to go there because it has mentioned here. It has mentioned Anguttara Nikaya. The Adhichitta Sutta is in the Anguttara Nikaya. So we just finished that thing, right? And now, now the Siti Bhava Sutta. I'm going to explain, Buddha gonna explain Siti Bhava Sutta. Anuttaran Siti Bhava Sutta. Anuttara Siti Bhava Sutta, right? Okay. Chahi bhikkave dhammehi samannagato bhikkhu babbo anuttaran Siti Bhavan Satchikatun. Buddha said in this Anuttara Siti Bhava mean coolness. Anuttara mean, Anuttaro Purisa Dhamma Sarati mean incomparable. So incomparable coolness, that means Nibbana. So that is in the Siti Bhava Vagga Anguttara Nikaya sixth Nipata. So what is the bhikkhu? Buddha says bhikkhus, when a bhikkhu possesses chahi bhikkhave dhammehi samannagato. Samannagato means possesses. The bhikkhu possesses six things. He is able to realize the supreme coolness. Anuttaran Siti Bhavang Satchikatum. Babbo means he is able to realize. Anuttaran Siti Bhavang Satchikatum. Katamehi chahi. What kind of six? Ida bhikkhave bhikkhu yasmin same chittan niggahe tabbang. Tasmin same chittan nigganhati. Yesterday also we come across to this kind of thing. What six? Here bhikkhu, when mind should be restrained, he restrained it. Or when it is necessary to restrain, he should restrain. That is the meaning. Yasmin samaye chittan niggahe tabbang. Tasmin same chittan nigganhati. And then again Buddha says, Yasmin same chittan paggahe tabbang. Tasmin same chittan pagganhati. And when the mind should be exerted, he exerted it. And tasmin samaye chittan, yasmin samaye Chittan sampahansi tabbang. Tasmin same chittan sampahanseti. And when mind should be encouraged, gladdened, he gladdens it. He gladdens it. And yasmin same chittan ajjupekki tabbang. Tasmin same chittan ajjupekkati. And when the mind should be looked on at with equanimity, then he looks on at it with equanimity. So that is the meaning. Or when it is necessary to mind make equanimity, then he must do the equanimity of the mind. In that way, you need to understand. So kind of three thing, then four thing. Here four thing, right? And then the fifth one. Now sixth thing. Now fourth thing finish. Other one is panitadi muttakocha hoti nibbana birato. And then other one is panitadi muttito. What is the panitadi muttito? He is resolute on the superior state to be attained. Panita adimuttiko. Panita means superior states. Adimuttika means incline. So that mean that mean what are the he is resolute on the superior state to be attained. That is the panitadi muttiko. Other one is nibbana birato. The sixth thing is the nibbana birato. You know, abirata is the delight. So he delights in nibbana. So again, I will tell six things you need to develop. You need to uh, you need to possess. You need to possess six things to realize that. Then you are very able to realize the supreme coolness. Supreme coolness means the nibbana. So kind of six is when the mind. When mind should be restrained, you should restrain it, or you should restrain it. And when the mind should be exerted, you exert it. When the mind should be encouraged, you encourage it. And when the mind should be looked on at with the equanimity, so you look on at it with equanimity. So for thing, and then you are resolute on the superior state to be attained. And the other one is you delight in nibbana. So that is the sixth thing. So possessing these kind of six things, a bhikkhu is able to realize supreme coolness. Supreme coolness. So therefore Buddha says, Imehi ko bhikkhave chahidammehi samannato gato bhikkhu babbo anuttarang siti bhava sachikatum. Sachikatum means to realize or to accomplish. Accomplish also a good word for the sachikatum. To accomplish possessing these kind of six things, bhikkhu is able to accomplish the supreme coolness. So that is the meaning. Idan suttan anuttara sitibaha anuttaran sitibaha oti veditpadam. This is the sutta which is known as anuttaran sitibhava. Anuttaran sitibhava means the supreme coolness sutta. That means the nibbana finally. Other one is bojjanga kosala. Bojjanga kosalang pana evameva ko bhikkave yasmin same linan chittang hoti akalo tasmin same passadi sambojjangasa bhavanayati. Sayanta Nikaya 5 mean this is the there is the Mahavagga, right? Mahavagga. In the Mahavagga you have Ahar Sutta, that is the number 234. Appana Kosala Katayam Dasita Meva. So then that mean what is the meaning? This Appana, we finish actually this Bojjanga Kosala in the Mahasatipatthana Sutta. So skill in the enlightenment factor has already actually we be this skills in the enlightenment factors has been already dealt with. The explanation of the skills in absorption appana kosala katayam dasitameva. skills in absorption mean in the Patavikasina, right? Patavikasina, we discuss those things even in the Patavikasina also. In the now in the passage begin with evameva ko bhikkhave yasmin samaye līnam cittang hoti akalo tasmin samaye passati sambojjangassa bhavanaya. So for example, Buddha says, Bhikkhu, when the mind is slack, or mind is idle, that is not the time to develop tranquility enlightenment factors. So what are the factors to develop is you need to develop your virya sambojjanga, you need to develop your dhamma vichay sambojjanga, you need to develop your piti sambojjanga. Yesterday also we come across those things. If your mind become lean over the slack mindset, then you don't need to develop pasadi, samadhi, and upekka sambojjanga. I told those three kinds of three bojjanga Buddha set out in the group of two sets, and the mindfulness is the one which is meant a lot for in both cases. So that therefore Buddha says satincha kwaham bhikkhave sabbatikam vadam. So the mindfulness is meant a lot for every time or in all landscapes. So that is the meaning. So after actually finally at the end of this sutta, Ahara Sutta, the Buddha mentioned such kind of thing. That's why I told you. And now, idang sattavidang uggaha kosallang sugahitang katva idancha dasavidang manasikara kosallang sutu vavatthapetva tena yogina ubaya kosallavasena kammatthanam sadhukang ugahe tabbang. And now Buddha says to the meditator, so the meditator should make sure that he has taken this sevenfold skills in learning and learning well, and has perfectly defined or perfectly discerned this tenfold skills in giving attention, manasikara kosala, two kinds of skills, thus learning the meditation subject properly with both kinds of skills, then only you can attain up to the appana concentration. That's the meaning. Sachepanasa acharyen sadding eka vihareyeva pasu hoti evam vitharena akapetva akatapetva kammattana suttu vavattapetva kammattana yujjantena visesang labetva upari katapetabang. What is the meaning? If it is convenient for him to live in some monastery with his teacher, then he need not get it explained in detail, because the teacher is always present and he can go there, and time to time he can take a beat and then go to practice. And but actually as he applies himself to the meditation subject after he has made quite sure about it, he can have each successive stage explained as he reaches each distinction. If he reaches each distinction, then he can go again to the teacher, and he can ask to the rest of kammatthana or the rest of meditation subject. That means anyway you want to develop some distinction, and by taking some parts, if the teacher is there, and you don't need to go in deep, you need, even though sorry, if you want to go in deep, that's another case, right? That is also good. But this says, because this 32 parts of the body you have a lot, so therefore part by part also, if the teacher is present all the time, you can. Sachepanas acharya, the other thing, Anyat vasitu kamena. Anyat vasitu kamena means he need to, he's willing to go elsewhere. right? Anyata vasitukamena yathavutena vidina vittarato kathapetva punapunam parivattetva sabbang gantithanan chinditva patavikasena niddese vutta nayeneva ananurupang senasanang pahaya anurupe vihare vasantena kuddaka palibodha upachedang katva particular manasikare parikamang katabbang. One who is willing to live elsewhere, and however, he must get it explained to him in detail, because teacher is frequently he cannot meet the teacher, and the teacher is far away from him. So at that time, take the detailed explanation in the way already given in the case of Patavikasina in this, right? Patavikasina. And he must turn it over and over and getting all the difficulties solved. The Gantitana mean Sabbang Gantitana Chinditva. And then he getting all the difficulties solved, and he should leave an abode of an unsuitable kind, as described in the description of the Patavikasina Niddesa, Earth Kasina Niddesa. And that means he should cut off the unsuitable kind of abodes or the accommodation places, and he should sever the minor impediments. Kuddaka palibodha upachedang katva. He should he should cut off the minor impediments and set about the preliminary work. Parikammang katabang, particular manasikare parikabbang katabang. He set about the preliminary work for giving attention to the repulsiveness. Particular manasikare parikammang katabang. I will tell again, if the person is far away from the teacher, then one who is willing to live elsewhere, however, he must get it explained to him in detail, the way already discussed, and he must turn it over and over, getting all the difficulties solved, and he should leave an abode which is unsuitable to him, and go to live in the suitable one then. And then he should cut off the minor impediments and set about the preliminary work for giving attention to the repulsiveness, repulsiveness. And karantena pana, then let's go to the other thing. Karantena pana, kesesu tava nimitang kahe tabang. When he sets about it, the 32 parts of the meditation, when he sets about it, he should first apprehend the learning signs in the head hair. Kese sutava, firstly he need to take the learning signs of the head hair. How? Kathan, how? Ekangva dveva kese lunchitva hatta tale tapetva vanno tava bhavatta pe tabbo. Then the color should be defined first by lunchitva, plucking out one or two head hairs and placing them on the palm of the hand. You should discern. That's the thing. And chinna tanepi kese oloketum vattati. If you do not have such kind of the head hair, then you need to go to a saloon to look at it, or in the hair cutting place. Chinnatane means hair cutting place, that means in the saloon. And Uddaka Patteva, Yaku Patteva, Oloketumpi Vattatyeva. You should look at in the head hair in your bowl or in your plate of food plate, and in your glass of water. So here it says Uddaka Patte, in a ball of water, a ball of rice gruel, like that. That means rice gruel mean, if you are we can say that is the glass of or mug of rice gruel. If you see the rice gruel in the rice gruel head here, then the repulsiveness comes out. And if you see the head area in the food, repulsiveness comes out. So that's the in that way you need to that way also you need to think over and should look at. Then it is very clear. So that's the thing. And Kālaka kāle disva kālakāti manasika tabba. Seta kāle setati. Again, they say when the time, then the head hair seems black, then they are black, thus should be brought to the mind. And when it is white, then you should brought it to the mind as white. And when it is mixed, in the misaka kale, when it is mixed, pana ussada vasena manasika tabba hoti. And when it is mixed, they should be brought into the mind according to the most prevalent. For example, most prevalent is black hair, then you should take it as black. Then most prevalent are the gray hair, then you should take it as white. Like that, you need to go forward, and what however you take the nimitta, right? Nimitta mean patibhag nimitta, and go to practice first jhana. So that's the very important thing in this meditation. Yathacha kesesu evan sakalepi tacha panchake disvava nimittam gahe tabbam. And as in the case of head hairs, so too the sign or the object should be discerned visually with the whole of the skin painted, whatever the way you did the whole of the skin painted, or kesa loma naka danta tacho, head hair, body hair, nails, teeth, skin, in the same way. Now head hair has been given here, but you should apply the same way for the rest of the parts also. And then all the 32 parts of the body, you need to do like that. Then of course you can see the parts with the light, right? Actually, while practicing this meditation, you can first see the light. That's the preliminary concentration. In the preliminary concentration, you can see the head hair or body hair or whatever the part you focus. And if you focus and if you are very satisfied about some parts, then you need to make repulsiveness on it. Repulsiveness on it. When you contemplate repulsiveness, for example, let's say you are now seeing the head hair. Now, if you contemplate them as repulsive, then it become very bright nimitta. Bright nimitta, that is the patibhaga nimitta. If you maintain on the center of the patibhaga nimitta or the hub of the patibhaga nimitta or the middle of the patibhaga nimitta, sharp and powerful mindfulness, then what happened? Your five hindrances comes down. When the why 500 comes down, because they are in your mind, meditation mind, they are developed five jhana factors: vitaka, vichara, piti, sukha, ekagata. Now vitaka, what does do vitaka? Vitaka every time aramane uh, abhinirupana lakkhana. What is vitaka? Aramane abhinirupana lakkhana. That means it lifts towards the mind. It helps to keep the mind lift towards the patibhaga nimitta or the object. So that means every time it lift, or every time mind, mind lifts towards the object. So therefore, every time mind lift while practicing meditation, so then you are thin mid. That means if the mind doesn't lift towards the object every time, frequently, by movement, moment after moment, then if it is not happen, then you may become sluggishness of the mind or idleness of the mind or drowsy or sleepiness. So, but this vitaka lift the mind towards the object time to time, moment by moment. Then therefore your tina and midda doesn't come. Swath and torpor doesn't come to you. And then vichara every time rubbing the object, you can see vichara rubbing the object, it acts. So rubbing the object mean it identify the object, not as panya does the work. Panya mean the wisdom faculty penetrate this patibhaga nimitta well, but here vichara also, but it is not the work like your wisdom faculty. But anyway, now because vitaka rubbing the object, it acts. So now vitaka understand the object. So therefore, if you have some doubt, oh, um, can I see the head hair while practicing this meditation? And can I see the patibhaga nimitta of the head hair or whatever the body parts while I practicing this meditation? Like that. Now you are seeing it with the vichara or the initial sustained application of the mind. So therefore, vichikicha about this meditation or the doubt about this meditation will vanish. So therefore, vichara destroy your doubt temporary, and then your piti or the joy uh, chetasika or the joy mental factor now they are developed joy mental factor in your mind, meditation mind, and then because of that reason you cannot see the object with the hatred mindset. So therefore, or even some hatred mindset comes to you, then you don't need to pay attention for that. Therefore, your piti destroy the vyapada or the hatred mental, that means hatred hindrance or ill will, hindrance of ill will, and then your sukha vedana, sukha jananga, or the sukha mental factor. When sukha mental factor experiencing the object, it acts experiencing the object, then actually you don't need to regret to some kind of thing, and your mind now become non-distraction, restlessness. So therefore your restlessness and remorse uddacha kukucha will vanish because of your sukha vedana. And then lastly you have ekagata or the one pointedness. You are now one pointedness towards the patibhaga nimitta of the whatever the body parts, and because of that reason you don't need to go to catch another kind of lustful object. So therefore ekagata or the one pointedness destroy your kama chanda or the sensual pleasure. So in this way, all five hindrances coming down, and because of the mature jhana factor you develop in your mind meditation mindset. So now, because of this reason, you can enter into the jhana by taking same patibhaga nimitta, and you can enter into the first jhana. If you can maintain your first jhana for at least 2 hour time duration, then you may practice vasi bhava. Or if you are not satisfied again, okay, 2 hour is not enough. If your mind says like that, then you can do further 2 hour or 3 hour or whatever the time duration you can practice. After practicing, that means entering upon to the jhana, you want to practice vasi bhava or the five masteries. So for example, you can let's say now you develop your first jhana with the head hair. So you can say May I enter into the first jhana of the head hair repulsiveness meditation, right? So then, closing the eye, you repulsiveness meditation for 1 hour and emerge from the 1 hour emerge after 1 hour. If you make a determination in this way, then you enter upon to the jhana very quickly, and then after 1 hour you just emerge from the jhana automatically. So that is the power of the determination or the resolution, your aspiration power. Because with the jhana, that aspiration happen. That is the according to the Dhamma. So this is the first avavasi bhava, and then if you are satisfied about the first avavasi bhava, you must do the second avavasi bhava. Same second avavasi bhava. Vasi bhava mean I explained this vasi bhava. Vasi bhava mean adverse. This is the way entering upon to the jhana, and then make the aditana or the determination, time duration determination, and then emerging out from the jhana. And finally, if you do this long sitting, for example, 2 hours sitting, 3 hours sitting for the vasi bhava or the five mastery, after emerging from the jhana, you can see the jhana factors. First, you want to see the jhana factors. That is what is called avajana, adverting the jhana factors. And then after adverting, you can see again and again the jhana factors. This is the what called reviewing the jhana factors, right? Pachavekkana. So if you practice 2 hour vasibhava, 3 hour vasibhava if you can, that is good for you. And then your first jhana finish, and anytime, any place, in any time, whatever the time duration you make determine, then you can enter into the jhana as well as you can emerge from the jhana according to your wishes. So that is what is called vasibhava. Then you can practice any kind of other meditation, even if you will. But if you do not will, or if you're not having any kind of desire to develop other jhana, then you can practice four element meditation with the help of this jhana light, and then go for head up to the nibbana. So this is the way how to practice this 32 parts of the body and how to attain nibbana. So no other way is, keep it in mind. So now actually we finish our Kāyagatāsatikathā meditation. Kāyagatāsatikathā meditation, that means mindfulness occupied in the 32 parts of the body. And now next day we will start Anapanasati meditation. And if you have some question, you can ask now. We can finish our session today in this way. Dr. Shita.
Sadhu, 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 Bhante. Wonderful, wonderful session, Bhante.
Sadhu, sadhu.
Please raise your hand. Yeah, if you have any questions, please raise your hand or put in the chat box. Bhante, in the meantime, I can ask a question.
Yeah.
If you don't mind. So Bhante, like in 32 parts of the body, only first jhana we were talking about.
Yeah.
But in other objects, like progressively, let's say Anapanasati, goes up to fourth jhana.
Yeah.
So if one meditator achieves the first jhana and then drops the vitakka and vichara and goes to second jhana, and now only has three piti, sukha, ekaggata mental factors. So Bhante,
Yeah.
sometimes it happens that in some situation, in some sittings, the meditation object is not that clear, like the Patibhaganimitta is not that clear, and the meditator recalls again and goes back to breath again and does all the process, and then Patibhaganimitta appears, and then start practicing the second jhana. So, Bhante, whenever the meditator recalls or goes back to breath, and now is that still the vitakka and vichara? Is that how that process is coming, Bhante? Because that meditator is practicing second jhana, but if the
But
patibhaganimita
he
is not clear, yes, Bhante.
meditated is practicing second jhana, but he went to the breath again.
Yes, Bhante.
Yeah. So, for example, now meditator while practicing the second jhana, and while practicing the second jhana, mean he just entering upon to the second jhana, and he has only vitakka. Sorry, without vitakka vichara, he is in the jhana. Hmm? Let's say now his jhana concentration drop down. You are saying like that, no?
Yes, Bhante.
Jhana concentration drop down and he enter into the upachara concentration, then second jhana upachara, or the access concentration of the second jhana. And now suppose now your meditator's concentration keep dwindling now, or keep dropping up to the dropping, and he just emerge from the jhana. Then now if he go to the breath again, then actually then like a initial meditation, right? If or he goes to the breath again, then like a initial meditation, that means you need to focus your in breath out breath at touch point, and you need to make your mindfulness again to develop the patibhaga nimitta, right? That means you your vitaka vichara again comes with the that meditation mindset. Can you understand?
Okay, Bhante. So we are just going again from the
Yeah,
very
from the
beginning.
beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
So
the
then,
thing.
so then we have
Uh,
to take again the um, like determination. Okay, now we
yes, yes.
once that patibhaga nimitta comes, then we have to say, okay, now go into second jhana. Is that
Yes, yes, yeah, that way also possible. For example, now if he or she the meditator develop up to Patibhaga Nimitta, and then keep mindfulness maybe 5 to 10 minutes on the Patibhaga Nimitta, and then he just directly enter into the directly he can resolve, or he can get the determination as may I enter into the second jhana, right? So because he practiced second jhana, otherwise cannot. Huh?
yes, Bhante?
Yeah, and he can enter upon to the second jhana, and keep if he keep concentration for a long time with the mindfulness, good mindfulness, and then his second jhana concentration is actually fairly good. Hmm?
Yes, Bhante.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bhante. There's a
Okay.
question in the chat box, Bhante.
Uh,
How does one know that he has entered into first jhana while concentrating um, on the patibhaga nimitta?
ah. Now, if you see the Patibhaga Nimitta, bright, brilliant, and radiant Patibhaga Nimitta, and then you can see the jhana factors also. And jhana factors, that mean in the heart your upachara mind is there. Upachara mind always arise, always passing away with the mindo mental process. That means there in your heart your mind takes the patibhaga nimitta as the object, and goes into the or it reached up to the upachara concentration or the access concentration. And if you go into the jhana with the same object, the object is the patibhaga nimitta of the 32 parts of the body. For example, let's say this is the head hair patibhaga nimitta, huh? Then taking the head hair patibhaga nimitta, you just enter into the first jhana, and now you can understand your concentration become more powerful, maybe 100 times more than before, or 1,000 times, or whatever the 5,000 times more than before, like situation you can understand. Or the other one is the color difference, because the upachara color is very light color, but jhana color is very deep. So in this way also, this is actually not the good sign, but to the most of the meditator, they can understand that color difference. That mean that is also you can take, and those are the two things you can enter. You are entering upon to the jhana. So, and the other thing, you cannot see the bhavanga mind movement in the jhana, but you can see the bhavanga mind movement in the upachara concentration. That is also another indication. You just enter into the jhana, right?
Sadhu, 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 Bhante.
Okay.
There is one more question, Bhante. It's in Hindi,
Uh-huh.
so I'll translate, Bhante.
Uh,
So the person is asking, like, how to sustain or concentration while doing meditation.
how to sustain?
Yeah, just to keep that mindfulness
Yeah.
or like the mind keep on concentrating while meditating.
Mhm. Yeah, mine. You just maintain your here. What is the thing or what mental factor does to the remembering the object again and again? This is the sati mental factor or the mindfulness mental factor. So mindfulness, therefore, that means you need to remember your object again and again. That means uh, you want to maintain your mindfulness perfectly without going here and there, all right, to the or you just do not want to suppress your mind by the five hindrances. That means if you maintain your good mindfulness on the object, that means you want to focus the object only with the good effort, and especially good effort. If you maintain your mindfulness towards the object, that is the main thing to keep your mind on the relevant object. So that is very important. So this is the way, and any other thoughts you need to ignore, but instead you just pay attention to the um, your object only. That means you need to be oblivious without taking any object from the outer. That means out like from the ear, and then other sense organ, sense doors. You don't need to take any object or other kind of hindrances. So you may take the virya or the effort. You must develop the effort, because this Chitta Sutta also says, no, the you need to balance virya and the concentration. Virya and the concentration. That means virya is the effort and the concentration means the samadhi. You need to get balance that. So if you balance it, then those two kind of factors, then you just can maintain your mindfulness on the object without taking any other object. Hmm?
Sadhu, 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 Bhante. Any other questions for Bhante?
Uh, Maybe it seems like no question again. Okay, let's stop today. And so you just heard good Dhamma talk given by the Buddha. This Venerable Buddha goes, Venerable, actually, this is the ancient teacher, the excellent teacher. I never found kind of teacher in this way. And he explained this Kāyagatāsatikathā meditation up to produce up to the first jhana in detail, and making paying respect for him and to the Buddha Dhamma Sangha, and you accumulated kusala or the wholesome deeds. I giving Dhamma talk accumulated the same thing. And this Dr. Sheetal and Mr. Pankaj in USA, they also conducting this Dhamma talk. They also accumulated and they heard this Dhamma Desana, and many the meditator also asked question and clarified and verified the things that they are having hard time to understand. And so now we just want to share with the other beings, all beings in this way. Everybody, you can recite this stanza. Idam me punyang asavakhaya vahang hotu. Idam me punyang nibbana sapacchayo hotu. Mama punyang bhagang sabbe sattanam bhajemi. Te sabbe me samang punyang bhagang labhantu. Buddha Sasanam Chirantithatu. Buddha Sasanam Chirantithatu. Buddha Sasanam Chirantithatu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.